Hey miniature friends, J-Star here, and today I'm taking this settee from basic to beautiful by giving it a miniature makeover. You may remember I found this settee and chair on Temu the other day, and I love the lines, but I do want to give it a makeover. It's actually a very nicely made chair. It's very refined, but I want to refine it a little bit more and make it look like an antique. I use my round file and my half round file to go over all of the edges. I want to soften everything, and I want to get rid of those hard, square edges. I'll be using the same fabric I used on the chaise lounge the other day, but I'm not going to be using the orange part. If you saw my last haul video, you'll remember that I got very excited over this little band on the edge of the pillow. I really like this fabric, and I was really kind of disappointed that it was on only the edges, because that means just 2 half strips of it. So really, I could only do very small things with this fabric. But as I began taking the pillow apart, I discovered that it was one whole piece of fabric, and they had folded it over, and on that other edge, they had pleated in the extra fabric. So it was right there hiding inside the seam. But that is all the fabric I have. I do have the half bands from the other side of the pillow, but I don't have very much to work with to get 6 panels out of this. And you can see I am right on that selvage edge to cover the backs of the settee and the chair. I strip off the old fabric to get ready for the new upholstery. A couple things I do to help me with the upholstery. First, I mark the center of the cushions on the back side and the center of the fabric pattern on the back of the fabric. This makes it easy for me to line my cushion up on my fabric once I have the glue applied. I put my fabric on a note card to give it some stability while I spray it with adhesive. I don't ever show you the back of my pieces, but I wanted to point out along those rounded sculptural edges, I cut slits in the fabric to help keep the back smooth as I pull it over and glue it down. Now you'll notice I didn't do it along the bottom edge because I am right on the edge of that selvage and I have no fabric to spare, so I didn't want to chance it. And this fabric has a little give, so I was able to pull it enough and keep it flat. You can see there's a little bit of almost white unprinted area on the bottom edge, but that won't show once I put the trim on. All my pieces are laid out and ready to go. I paint the already sanded settee and chair with Rust-Oleum 2X metallic gold spray paint. It gives a beautiful gold finish, but I'm not leaving it perfectly gold. I give all the edges another sand, and this time you'll see I'm going back to bare wood and also the stain that was on there before. So I have 3 things happening: the bare wood, the stain, and the gold. And those 3 layers give it the patina of age. And speaking of age, I'm going to age it a little bit more. I'm going to give it a coat of antiquing wax and then wipe it off. Now, normally I apply this with a brush and then wipe it off with a towel. But today I'm going to use my gloved fingers and apply it with my fingers and wipe it off with paper towels. I'm doing this for 2 reasons. 1, because these are delicate pieces and I want to be very careful with them. But 2, I want to use a lighter touch with this. I don't want to put as much antiquing wax on them as I do normally. I buffed off the antiquing wax with paper towels to reveal the exact finish I was going for. Now the chair and settee have this patina of age. You see bits of the gold and bits of the wood. It's perfect. Now I can attach the upholstered pieces. Now it's time for you to choose. Which cord should I use? A, the mossy green, B, the aqua and teal, or C, the shades of red? To vote, press the like button, then pause the video and leave me a comment A, B, or C, which is your favorite color. While you're busy liking and commenting on my video, I'll show you what the fully upholstered pieces look like without trim. Now you may be asking, J-Star, weren't there little armrests on this settee and chair before? Very good, Eagle Eye. Yes, there were quote-unquote armrests on this settee and chair. There were little scraps of fabric glued to the arms of these chairs, but I think we can do better. I got out my round hole punch and I cut 4 chipboard circles. I bent them over the arms for a test fit. I looked through the little bit of scrap I had left, and I was lucky enough to find 4 of these medallions, which are centered on the back of the chair and the settee. So I'll cover each little circle with a medallion. And now it's time to reveal the voting and see which one, A, B, or C. Drumroll, please. And it's C by a landslide. The red has won. There were a few votes for mossy green, but in the end, the red, I do think, will look the best. While making my little round armrests, I realized that the twisted cord that I was planning to use would be too big around those little pieces. And I also think it would be too big on the backs of the settee and the chair. The twisted cord looks great around the seats, but for the rest of the trim, I'm going to my old standby, embroidery thread. I chose a solid red to match the middle tone of the twisted cord. And using my Alline Stacky Glue with a precision tip, I applied all of the trim to the settee and chair. And it is gorgeous. You were right to choose the red. The red really picks up those flowers in the fabric. I think this miniature makeover turned out actually better than I thought it would. What do you think? Thank you so much for watching my video. Please like and subscribe and leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. From the tiny Chateau Étoile, this is J-Star saying have a great day and keep making mini.